What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Terrahash Tuesday. I know it's just me right now, so don't worry. Co-anchor is going to be coming here. Hawk's AC went out, and he's dealing with that right now. So he'll be here shortly when he can make it. So he's dealing with some stuff. So, but he will be here. So you guys just get stuck with me now, right? What's going on, everybody? I see some people here. Game of Smoky Dan, Scott, Crypto Tito, Golden Wolf, Second TL, DJ Mines, Automatic Beats, Gordon Murray, Call Valley Crypto, Royce. What's going on, man? Who needs AC? I mean, look, I live in Arizona and it's like 97 today. Okay, I need air conditioning, right? And Hawk lives in Florida, which is also hot, so I know he needs air conditioning. Plus, that would be so awful to have that swamp ass in your house, right? It would be bad. So it'd be crazy. So what is going on, everybody? Man, I don't know if anybody caught my video today, man, but dude, Digibyte is not exactly as great as, Mind the ASIC is making it seem out to be. And we're finding out that a lot of these calculators are not super accurate when it's coming down to Bitcoin mining. So be sure to be watching your rewards, doing your own calculations of your power to figure out if you're still profitable or not, because right now the Bitcoin calculators are not great. Hey, how you doing, Deeparsh? What is going on, everybody? Second TL says, probably going to stick to OG Bitcoin on those China boxes. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm going to stick with for right now. Sorry, we are late. The Panda kept talking. Was Panda live? I'm sorry. I just got back from the gym and I ate dinner. So I was just listening to music while I work out. I don't know. I can't listen to just random talk when I'm working. I gotta listen to rock music. You know what I mean? That's just me though. RPM raid. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? So I got some more content coming out. I'm trying to get back into making regular content. I know for a while there, I was kind of, content dry, as you would say. Yeah, I was listening to so I was listening to Ramstein, and I was listening to Static X and Sevens Dust, Drowning Pool. I like to listen to that while I'm working. You know what I mean? Some Disturbed, Godsmack. You got to get amped up when you're working out. You know what I mean? I don't want to listen to RPM talk. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, I see this. Oh wait, where's that comment from Gordon Murray? Gordon Murray says the Ironfish fork turned out to be a dud for GPU mining. Who could have seen that coming? I mean, I do remember a Bitmain representative being in a Twitter chat a long time ago with Ironfish, so that doesn't surprise me. Oh, hey, how you doing, New England? How you been, man? Oh, Stella says hi. How you doing, Stella? she's always hanging out watching us. Oh man. Covered Murray, he was listening to the lady. Oh man. Hold on. The RPM talk will get you demotivated. Well, I mean it will, Panda, because you see how demotivated you get with all these GPUs just laying on the ground and you tripping over them, right? So I guess man, it's really hard for me to share my screen. I'm on my MacBook. I got to get another screen over here. I'm going to work on the streaming situation a little bit here. Kind of got a different angle today. Actually, little time mining. Do Host is okay. I actually like Itchwill better. I like that song much better. I felt that all the way from over here. Oh no. But so anyways, I'm getting back into GPU mining and like getting back down to mining. Like I'm doing some videos. So tonight I'm getting my dual 4090 rig was on flux core and took a massive like crap, right? And I try to have my wife just like, turn it off and on for me while I was gone, you know what I mean? And it's still, and then I checked it yesterday. I just turned it off and on, and I think the NVMe might have died, which is like a brand new NVMe. I don't know why that happened, but I will no longer be buying that brand anymore. I think it's a silicon power. I might be wrong though. I'll have to double check that. So I got two 4090s and an Epic, right? We're gonna put that on Hive OS. We're gonna start mining some stuff, doing some how-to mining videos, some overclocking. We're gonna be mining some, early on, dog shit coins as we call them. I have two more 4090s in my closet that have been there for like a month, right? I've been gone for like 3 weeks. You know what I mean? It's just been crazy. I've been really busy doing a lot of stuff for the company and things like that. So, and I bought two 5900Xs from Brandon Coin, right? With the motherboard, RAM, CPU, and a cooler. And it's sitting in my closet, just sitting there, not doing anything. And I have two more CPU rigs that are also not mining as well. So we're doing videos. We're getting everything rolling, steam rolling again here. We're getting everything back on there. So yeah, man, we're getting back into mining. Oh man. Oh man. So anyways, I don't have a really particular topic tonight. I am doing some content here. There's one piece of content I am going to do, and it's going to be a challenge. I'll see if Hawk wants to do it with me too, and Panda or whoever else wants to do it. That's a YouTuber that wants to participate with me. I want to challenge you guys. I want you guys, and this is just, if you don't want to do it, I don't care, right? You can do it. You have to buy used parts. Okay, the limit is $250. And you have to build the best GPU mining rig performance wise. I don't give a shit what it looks like. I don't care if it's on a cardboard box or laying on the carpet, right? Don't care. Has to perform the best. $250. So I'll see if Hawk wants to do it with me. And Panda, you actually have to, if you're going to do it, you actually have to go out and buy GPUs. You can't just use whatever's laying around, down there in the basement that you haven't used yet. Yep, all hardware. That means, so the $250 would include the motherboard, CPU, RAM, power supply, GPUs, or risers if you're going to use risers, or use a riserless motherboard, which one you choose. Yep, $250. And this needs to be a singular GPU rig, one GPU. Because look, this is the whole point. The point the point of this video, right, is to, and this isn't really pertaining to like people who are like advanced, who've been in the GPU game, like DJ, who has a lot, or Panda, who has like 2,000 GPUs or whatever. The point of it is to show people that you can get into GPU mining very, very cheap, right? And you can spec mine for very, very cheap. Well, right. It's like, okay, well, are you going to do 580s? Are you going to do the P106s? But see, look, you're able to go talk people down and like haggle with people on Facebook Marketplace. You know what I mean? Like, what if somebody gets like a 2060? You know what I mean? Or something like that. Who knows, right? Or like a Vega, right? Or there's so many cards out there, and it's going to come down to your haggling skills is what it's going to come down to, what you find in your local area. So, oh man, hold on. Let me bring in the, hold on. I just, Hawk's gonna love me because I don't have the free version of this anymore. He's gonna love me now, so we can have a background. So
is he serious? We have a background on KiiNG's channel.
Look at that, we got a background.
We have a background.
I broke down and I paid for this. I'm gonna regret
You
it.
broke down. I was telling you, it's so much better than paying for
Yeah,
the
but you
free
know
stuff.
how much I paid for this thing though?
I know it's expensive. It's expensive.
It's
Sorry, I'm late, everyone.
all good.
And he started playing music. What?
Yeah,
Who the fuck are you? Who
you
are
like
you?
music. Look, you like music. I don't know. Some people do music in their videos, and to me, sometimes if the levels of the music isn't right, it's hard to listen to what they're trying to teach me. Because a lot of
as a YouTube as a video editor, you always keep the music typically below 35 to 34 dB. So negative 34, 35 is usually a good starting point. And then what you do is you turn it all the way up, take your headphones off, and you listen to it on your computer or your laptop, right? Wherever you're editing, or your speakers if you have them. And then if it sounds like the music is you're drawing more focus on the music than what they're saying, then you lower it a little bit more.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What's going on, man? Is it a little hot in there, huh? A little sweaty?
No. So this is the beautiful thing. I have 2 AC units in my house. So one unit that controls the main living area went out, but I have one that's in the garage. And when I installed the 3.5 ton in the garage, I had to loop another vent I had to bring another vent in the living area as a backup. So I turned the backup on, and it's like 75 in the house right now. It's not bad, but look, this is what happened. This freaking valve broke, and it froze the whole thing. And this kid that came here, he's like, bro, I've been doing this for 15 years, and I've never seen a valve break like this. So Panda, if you're watching, you said Murphy's Law earlier in your live stream. This is Murphy's Law. This would break 20 minutes prior to me getting into a live stream, right? So if it can happen, it will happen.
Right.
So, but it's fine. I mean, it's cool outside tonight anyway. It's like right around, it's like 73, 74 degrees outside right now. So it's fine. I just opened up the window in my office and got the fan right here. I'm good. So, but yeah, it sucked, man. It sucks. Good thing it's all under warranty though, so it'll be back tomorrow morning. I told them I have an 11-month-old and I need AC in the house, and they're like, "Oh, we'll rush it for you, no problem," because I have a contract on the AC units. Oh, I pay for a 5-year contract on both. Yeah. So the minute there's a problem, like they'll come at 9 o'clock at night and fix it. You know what I mean? The problem is that this specific part you have to get from the store in the morning. So they're like, we'll be here early, 8:30 in the morning. We'll replace it for you. I was like, all right, cool. I said, I think I can manage. So I even opened up the door to the garage, and I got the backup vent. I had to get in the attic, and there's a lever. Okay.
Just move it over, right?
To move it over. And I had to take the lever and move it over because it's the way that they built it. Was custom built for my house. Anyway, long story. It's not the point. Point is that it's okay for right now.
Nice. I was just going over a challenge maybe, and I'm gonna do it. I don't mean anyone else who wants to participate can, but it's gonna be for who can build the best GPU mining rig for $250.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Brandon? Brandon's a member. What are you doing becoming a member of my channel, Brandon? The captain.
DJ Mines is like, my boiler broke. Now your AC. Life happens. Yeah, it does. It's just part. It just happens, man. And Panda says, yeah, now my exhaust fan died. Who else is gonna have equipment failure?
Okay. I didn't have equipment failure. Okay, but I was on the way back from the gym because I went to the gym, and then I came back here, ate dinner. Okay, you have to take there's a highway to get out to my house, right? To get to the road. Right. This dude cuts me off, right? As he's changing lanes, and I'm driving my Tesla, by the way. A rock comes up, a little one, and cracks my freaking windshield, dude. This dude cut me off, and he happens to live in my effing neighborhood. He lives on the other backside because I followed him. So, someone might wake up with something in the morning. You know what I mean?
That's nice. That's nice.
I gotta pay like $200 for someone to come out and fix my rock chip in my Tesla now. So pissed.
Yeah. I'm catching up on all this stuff. Yeah, no, I mean, you don't have like usually they can fix that stuff with like a gel or something, like they can put over if they have to replace it. Like it doesn't seem
to come out though.
Yeah, you have insurance though. Put on your vehicle insurance. That's covered on your insurance.
I
Is it in your line of sight? When you're staring at the road,
it's like
looking
four,
straight.
it's like 4 or 5 inches from the God, I can't even think right now. The frame of the car, right? So it's sort of not really, you know what I mean? Dude, Brandon, what are you doing, dude?
Brandon, what are you doing?
Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Brandon Coin.
Dude, 143 people in here now. Hold on a second, guys. Hit the fucking like button. What is going on? Only 35 likes. It's unacceptable right now. 143.
Oh man, look at what Brandon Coin just says. My wife's car just got a cracked window. Oh,
it happens to all. Dude. It happens to everybody.
Oh, okay. Look, don't mess with my. This is the only brand new car I've ever had in my life. Don't mess, dude. I literally want to jump out of the car and beat the brakes off this dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he turned around though and threw the rock and said, "Fuck you, King."
Well, no, he sped up to cut me off, and I had to slam on my brakes to let him in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the rock was just a bystander, though.
Yeah, but see, look, if the guy wasn't a dick, it would have never happened. Right?
I mean, I get that. I understand.
So it's but yeah, man. Other than that, though, you know, Bitcoin profitability is down right now.
Yeah, taking a hit, huh?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not as bad though as we thought, right? Some of us thought we were going to be negative, right? When we were looking at the Pran's spreadsheet a long time ago, right? If you weren't under 6 cents, you were going to be totally just negative, and that was back when it was like 40 or 50,000, right?
Right. DJ Mine said, when I was a teenager, we would throw baloney on people's cars that we didn't like. When they rip it off, it takes the paint off and have polka dots on their car. Man, that's messed up. Second TL Mining says, Hall Crypto, did you see the Lithium hash rate? Better get them GPUs. I don't have any
he's
GPUs on there.
He's on the ERG.
Oh yeah, I'm on the ERG, man. I'm on the Rosen Bridge. I'm on the. Oh yeah. I tell you what though, I recently plugged in the 2 more 4090s. I don't know if you guys saw my short today. It's so crazy how YouTube works. That short, as of right now, I posted it 6 hours ago. It's almost 2,000 views. It's so nuts how these shorts work. But anyway, I plugged in all 4, and I'm mining through Pyron Hash to Ergo via Unminable, man, and it's crazy. But I just found a secret though. Pyron Hash to another coin, and the yield is ridiculous. And I think I'm gonna switch it. I don't know if I want to say anything though, because I feel like
don't say it here because you're gonna ruin your own freaking yield.
I mean, but this coin's not really that profitable. It's just like a great yield though. It's not like profitable or anything. So, it's actually negative, but it's a good yield.
To me though, look, like GPU mining, like everybody's kind of like in this most profitable thing for GPU mining, and I get it. If you can't front the bill, you have to do it that way. Then that's the way you got to do it. But to me, I think mining with GPUs and just paying out of pocket with just a few small rigs is the way to go. You know what I mean? Like mining coins that have low hash rates, low difficulties, and high yields is where it's at. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when Siltmine, you know what I mean? When Siltmine Caspa, right? You know what I mean? It was nothing. You know?
Right.
That's where the real money is. Mining profitably is nothing. It's like $1. You know what I mean? Who cares about the dollar?
It's not like crazy profitable, but I mean, here, this is the thing. Like I was talking to Brandon Coin earlier today, and I was even thinking like of getting some of those 2060s that he's got. I was gonna get some of the 3070s. I was thinking about it that he just got, but he's got some 2060 EVGAs that were I saw the video he did. He's got an A, B, and C quality. I think that's how he labeled them, and they're in really good shape. And these ones in particular, though, I think he was telling me were cut down from 2080s, so they hash a little bit better. I was even thinking of just getting like a spec rig of like just 8 of them, throwing them in an R8 and just having that as a spec mining rig.
Don't you have a 4090 rig as your spec mining rig?
I mean, no, that 4090 rig is the high yield rig. That's the high yield rig. I mean, dude,
No,
that
right,
gets
but
80
you're spec
gigahash
mining.
on Pyron. Okay, like you would need like 3 rigs of 3070s to get
So
that high.
okay, so
Like,
you're only going to use unminable with it, right? You're only going to use whatever's most profitable to mine into a different coin is what you're using that for, essentially.
yeah, like I'm trying to. I'll be honest with everyone. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the play is with the 4090 still. Like right now, unminable with Pyron hash to Ergo seems to be very good. It's like 10 Ergo a day with 43090s, 43080s, and 44090s, right? Which 10 Ergo a day is like $15. I'm not,
Right.
again, not doing it for profitability. I'm doing it for yield, right? I want that yield. And 10 Ergo a day is fantastic right now. So, you know, that's kind of where my head is at. But I do want to build, like, you know, like you said earlier, right? Like we talked about this a long time ago. Build a rig, put it on like its own separate little network, and, you know, and just go mine every shit coin fucking possible. Like even like put it on like a T-Mobile hotspot or something. Like, and just go mine all the shit coins and do what you have to do, and, you know, put the wallet on a VM and the whole thing. And I want to build that. It's just I'm trying to find the time to do it. Last night I got a little bit of time, but it's you know, I'm just trying to figure it all out. And then I still have to build that open air frame. I still have that Epic sitting there. I still have the that 7F52 version 2 Epic, generation 2 Epic still sitting there. I want to see what that does, you know, because it's got a high boost clock on it. So I don't know. I just have to get time.
I don't know. There was a little while back where there was a lot of new Ghost Rider like forks. You know what I mean? So you could probably really kill it on there on that Epic with those Ghost Rider coins.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking about it.
So my 24090s, and that's gonna be paired with the 7742 Epic, is, and then eventually when I get a new power supply in, Brandon, let me know if you still got that power supply. I'm gonna be adding 2 more 4090s, so that's just gonna be my spec rig, man. 4 4090s. I think that's pretty good for a spec rig right there. I'm just gonna mine nothing but dog shit.
But Brandon, don't let Panda buy it. He'll buy them all. He's not kidding. He'll buy them all. He will buy them all.
Don't.
Okay. He will buy them all.
Hey, just listen here. Don't give it to Panda yet, okay? Because you already know what he's gonna do. He's just gonna leave them on the floor, okay? Let everyone else have a crack at it first before Panda gets them. All right? He's just gonna trip over them.
So here, King, I'm gonna share my screen real quick, show everybody my 4090 rig. I mean, it's crazy. The wattage is not as bad as I thought it would be. And let me see. There we go. All right, there you go. So, let me zoom in so everybody can see it and move over. I feel like Max with all these tabs.
And these are the slims, right?
These are the slims, yeah. So they're doing really good. Now, what I did notice is, they do the fans on these, because they're the slims. I do think the cooling is it does play a factor, right? That it's a smaller heat sink on it, right? It's a lot smaller than a typical like a regular 4090 is like this wide, right? The slims are like at least maybe 20-30% smaller. So I mean, you do see the difference. Like the fans do, like even at like an intake of 25C, or intake of 25C, the fans are still at 78-80%. You know what I mean? Which is not terrible for a GPU, but the power is up there. It's 346 watts. But if you look at hash per watt, right? Hash per watt,
right?
Nothing beats it. Nothing beats it. Nothing beats it. Now you can get really efficient on a, you know, like you can second TL had I can't talk today. XP1 had a bunch of A4000s that were super efficient, right? And he was getting really close to the efficiency that I had here, but even then he couldn't beat it, right? And you can't. Oh, Serpent X, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Serpent, man? Yeah, long time no see, man. How you been? Thanks for this $2 super chat. See you in June. Take care. Yeah, I need to probably schedule out my flight. I haven't done that yet. I'm terrible at those kinds of things.
Yeah. Mining Distrupt's going to be fun this year. And
Fully Electric with the 5 gifted memberships. And what are you guys doing tonight, man? You guys are crazy, dude. Thank you, Fully Electric, for the support, man. And congratulations to all the new Kingsman members that are out there.
Yay. Time
If
to
you
do
guys-
that giveaway, King.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's been crazy, man. I guess I need to do a massive giveaway, I guess, to make up, because I hit 10 and then 15 and 20, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
time to do the giveaway. I did the Marslander and a bunch of other stuff, and then Mike chipped in some risers. So talk to Mike. Maybe he'll chip in some risers and all kinds of stuff.
I got quite a bit of stuff in my closet I need to get rid of. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. King's got like, I got like a 1070 sitting here. I'll just give this away to somebody. We need a pump in here. 22s or what, says Endless Mining.
Thanks for the $5 super chat, Endless. How you been, man? How you doing? Thank you. We need a pump in here. What are they hoping that there's a pump for?
I don't know. King's in a very mellow mood tonight.
Me?
Kinda like chill podcast style.
Oh yeah.
Not like Hawkware, not like my channel and DJ's channel. We're throwing a fucking party.
That's not my personality, but
I just want to see King, right? King, I just want to see you stand on your chair and just go 22s in chat.
No, I can't. Hey, I'm like dead tired. Like I said, when I got here and I messaged UK, I was eating my dinner as I just got back from the gym. So I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Would you work out today?
Legs today.
Yeah, legs suck, man.
I'm trying a little bit of a different approach than what you originally taught me. We're gonna see how this one works for a few weeks.
Try it. Yeah, I mean, what I gave you from like a training perspective was just a baseline. You could alter it, change it, do what you feel and what you can do, but it gives you a baseline to like, okay, well, like you should be doing X amount per, body group and all that other stuff, right?
Right.
So I need to get back into training full time. If I start training full time, everyone's gonna start accusing me of being on steroids.
I've been going to the gym and then doing crunches every time I come back too.
Cardio, legs are great, man. Working your quads and your legs really help boost your testosterone as a man.
So and you might disagree with this a little bit, but I'm just giving it a try. I like just trying all kinds of shit, right? I'm not a trainer by any means, and I haven't been regularly working out since I was like in high school, but I used to lift just heavy weights all the time. And I don't know, we have I guess we have a new employee, right? He works with me over at the data center.
We call him East Coast King.
Yeah, he actually has a beard.
He's got a big. He looks, guys. I swear to God, if King was 6'4", it's exactly what he would look like. They look like brothers. It's crazy. He's got a big beard.
Yeah.
Like he gets red when he smiles, like King does. Like it's like. And Mike had a perfect name for him. He goes, "Yeah, hey, this is Andrew." I'm like, "Oh, hey, Andrew, nice to meet you." He goes, "Yeah, this is East Coast King." I'm like, "Yep. If King was 6'4" and from the East Coast, so exactly what he would look like."
So, but anyways, he likes to work out a lot, right? And I remember him kind of saying that he used to be kind of heavier set there for a while, kind of like me, and it's been a while since I got to working out again. He's just like, just lift heavy. He's like, you want to burn energy? He's like, just lift heavy.
Lift heavy, but high reps too. You don't want to go too low on reps because then you're doing the opposite, right? So you want to keep high reps. You want to go at least, if you're gonna.
I did 10 today. I was doing
10 to 15 reps at least, because you remember, like a lot of people work out.
I did 4 sets of 10 on the squats, doing 380, which is not, I could do more, but that was my first day coming back to legs. I mean, I used to be like at like 635 on my squat, man.
See, you know what's so funny, King?
Weak. I'm so weak now.
I know. Well, it's muscle memory. It comes back. But here's the thing. Like, you want to do 10 to 15 reps, right? You want to do 10 to 15 reps. And what people don't understand is like a lot of your ligaments, right? You want to make those strong too before you start trying to, bulk up and build muscle, because that's how people tear shit, right? Because it's not strong enough to support the muscle. So you really got to start slow, high reps, low weight, and build up endurance and build up that strength again. If you start going, and not just you, I'm talking in general, but if you start going heavy again, right, really fast, you're gonna tear something. So like, I'll be honest with you. You're talking about squatting, right? I never used to squat, not once, and never
when
did.
you lifted, you never did it.
Never did. You know why? Because for me, it was awkward. I could never squat properly. I just can't do it. Right? Could never do it properly. And I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was strong. I used to put up like 405, right? And that's, for someone like me, that's a lot because I'm long. The problem is I used to leg press. I used to do a lot of core stuff, but I would do like core, like, you know, twists and stuff. I would work my core a different way. Squatting is, don't get me wrong, squatting is old school though. Squatting is old school. I used to do target leg presses and quads and stuff. I used to leg press, and nobody here will believe me. I have a video, I have to find it. I used to leg press 1,100 pounds. So, and I would do it for 8 to 10 reps, one set. And then I would drop it down to like 735, 800 and rep those out because it's heavy. But
we got the biggest supporter here of the Mining King YouTube channel. #1 fan, Joker Miner, being a member for 12 months. Thank you, Mr. Joker. Appreciate your support as always. But anyways, I guess let's get back to mining. So
what is this, a workout channel? Why don't you two get a room? Yeah, you come into our room, baby. Come on here, smoothly adjusted. I'll adjust you, no problem, bro. Come on over here.
So tonight I'm going to be rebuilding my 4090 rig and getting it back on HiveOS. So I don't know, man. What's a good new coin to get into?
I don't know, man. Hold on. Somebody just asked me what the overclocks were. Here you guys go. So I have the core clock, the locked core clock at 2400, core clock offset at 300, locked memory clock at 810, no power limit.
You like Regal Miner? Ooh, I don't like that one.
I mean, it works pretty good. It's stable.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't have any issues with
it. To me, when I was a heavy GPU miner, I dislike BZ and I dislike Regal. I like as well, other people call it like LOL miner, but LOL miner, G miner. I like those miners better.
I mean, they're still talking about our workout ideas here. I honestly, I probably would never lift that heavy ever again in my life. I would only probably do it now just to stay in shape, honestly. Lifting heavy and stuff, man, like it's cool, like if you're being a power lifter and stuff, but it's not.
Yeah. And then I guess if I'm going AMD, typically I'm always Team Red Miner, unless the coin's not supported. I'll use SRB, and I know there's that whole SRB Dynex, thing that went down. You know what I mean? But typically I try to stay with Team Red Miner if it's an AMD card. I will be doing some content though about a bunch of different operating systems because there's been a whole bunch of like controversy these last few months, right, about HiveOS and you know what I mean, what we get, what we pay for. So I want to go venture out to all these, like I know there's like Kudo Miner, Awesome Miner, Rave OS. I've already done a video on NiceHash OS, but I could revisit it. You know what I mean? MMPOS. I know you used to do what? Simple Mining?
Simplemining.net, yeah.
So I'll probably go back and we'll visit all these operating systems and see how they compare to each other.
Yeah. Let's see here. We have, I think this dude's a bot. I'm going to kick him from the, here we go. There you go. Never mind.
Windows mining. If you want Windows mining, just go talk to Matt Spoos, okay? He loves Windows 7 and Windows mining, all right?
Windows 7.
He does. He uses Windows 7, man. I'm like...
Wasn't Windows 7 like 2010?
Is
it older than that?
There's no support for it anymore. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
For 5 generations.
From Tail makes a good point here that MMPOS, I hear they have Octominer fan support.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's interesting?
So it's Simple Mining.
Yeah, it's sort of Simple Mining. They also have it. Is I was talking to Jeff Key over there at Flux, and this is like, I don't know when or if this will ever become, to fruition, but it could be something, an option that we offer people at Terra is I told Jeff Key I needed all those features from the Octominer to be available in FluxCore, right?
Right.
I needed all the features, and he talked to Harry and HiveOS, and he got access to the files for that. So I'm hoping that soon in FluxCore you will be able to have all of our Octominer features, which would be really cool.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's something else that we could offer people, right? But here's the only downfall, and this is another fix. If Jeff Key, if you're listening, it's just one more thing you have to add on your list. Right now, the only way to see things is to be on the network locally, right? There's no remote management like this right here, what you're doing, right? You have to be on the same network as the machine. Jeff Key, I need remote management now. Thank you.
If you guys want to, oh, sorry, I thought you were done.
No, it's all right. I'm a slow talker.
If you guys want to see 3080s and 3090s on Pyron as well, I do have these, and these are the overclocks. These are doing the same Pyron to Ergo. Lock core clock 1500, core clock offset 300, and memory clock 810. The only thing really different that I changed between the 3080s and 3090s and the 4090s is the locked core clock. I mean, that's pretty much it. My boy, everybody knows who Rondi is. Rondi actually checks on my rigs often, like everybody else's stuff. He goes to everybody's farm and looks pretty good. You say, can you check the efficiency on that rig? Can
you show me the efficiency? I guess
like the back end. I have to show it to the back end, right? Can we do it on the front end?
I mean, you could just take what he's mining right there, BGH. Take what his hash rate is by his wattage right there, right? By the 338 or 345 or whatever it is, and that'll give you the efficiency.
I can pull up the back end if they want. 270.
Yeah, I mean,
no, Joker. This is Pyron hash going to Ergo. This is not Ergo directly. Pi to Ergo.
Net zero.
But let's see. I can pull it up if they want to see it. Hold on. I can pull up the back end. Hold on a second. Here. Where would it be? In the miner, right? Here you go. So you're getting efficiency. You're getting right around an average of 59 mega hash per watt. This is 62, 61, 57. So 59 is probably right in the middle.
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty nice. 59 mega hash per watt. That's right, Brandon. God. You know it, baby. That's right. See, Brandon knows. He knows what makes me happy. I know. Just asking what you get straight. Oh no, thanks, Joker. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yes, you're right.
Homebrew Crypto says, "I think it's going to be a top proof of work coin again when it really gets all the good coins are now ASIC only."
BGH, I just showed you. It's on screen. It's on screen, my brother. Can I zoom in on this? No, I can't. It's on screen. It's right here. Live, right here. Live and direct. An average of 59 mega hash per watt.
Yeah, there is a lot of coins that were proof of work that are getting picked up by ASICs, right? There's lithium that's already been picked up by the little baby gold shell, machine. And then obviously there was talk of Radiant. They're already on FPGAs right now. I think Ironfish will get scooped up by it eventually, right? There's already FPGAs on Ironfish. I don't know about if the FPGAs have gotten a hold of the new like FishPow stuff though. I don't know about that yet. And then obviously Caspa, right? You know what I mean? All that stuff, all those Caspa forks.
There you go. I zoomed in. Thanks for son of a rabbit. Thank you for showing me that. Sorry. It's control plus or the positive sign or whatever. There you go. You guys can see the live what it's getting. It's funny because I don't know. You probably didn't. I know we all get busy, but the Ergo interview I did, I talk a lot about this. It's such a great interview. They were actually approached to do ASICs, and Bitmain said, if you fork it, we'll build an ASIC for it. And Joe Armenio said, well, that's not the way it works with Ergo. The miners have governance. Yeah, governance. So you would have to pay to have me have you'd have to buy all the GPUs and give me 90% governance to make a decision. That it goes by hash rate. And he's like, yeah, I mean, what they want to do though, KiiNG, is actually pretty cool. They want to do what like mining Ergo through side chains, like for almost every algorithm. Like you could throw an S19 on Ergo. Like they're working on that. Like that's their plans right now.
So
side chain mining.
So they're going to be kind of like a Digibyte then.
Yeah, kind of. But Ergo has got way more. They're building way more.
I mean,
like it's so crazy what they're doing. They really.
I probably messed that up when I said that, but the basic element of having other algorithms being able to
you're right.
mine.
You're not wrong.
So that's kind of crazy.
BJH, it's on screen. You can compare it to what cards do you have? I'm surprised.
Yeah, Ergo is a very interesting project. I did an Ergo video like 2 years ago, right, on their hackathons, and
hackathon. The hackathon's pretty cool.
They have a lot of interesting things that come onto their chain, and they are a very much a proof of work ASIC resistant coin. So I think
he wants to stay GPUs. He's made it very clear. Although he did talk about an FPGA he tested on Ergo. And you know what he said? He goes, you got to watch the interview. It's really good. Joe talked about an FPGA. I'm paraphrasing here because I don't remember exactly what he said. I have to watch it. But he said that they had an FPGA that they were testing. And he says, honestly, the efficiency wasn't any better than like a 3080 or 3070. Like, he goes, it wasn't all that. He goes, which
you keep talking about freaking Ergo. You're gonna make this guy upset right here. The biggest Ergo fan there is.
Floor is doing some big thing. No, I mean, but if you really think about it, two of my favorite projects, and I definitely moved Ergo into my top 5, without a doubt. I heard Charles Hoskinson talk about it, you know, and Hunter Dare asked if is Ergo still a Cardano project. It's not a Cardano project. The developer that used to work at Cardano with Charles is now lead developer at Ergo. And they do work a lot together. You know, they launched the Rosen bridge, and I think the first bridge that they had, and Second TL can correct me if I'm wrong, is they went to Cardano. And there's 1 million Ergo on Cardano right now, right? Like the Rosen bridge is good. A lot of people, well, first off, for a second, a lot of people have really bad stigmas against bridges, right? Because they say that they're easily exploitable. They can be hacked. They can be this. They can be that, right? Well, the Rosen bridge is the first time that you have a decentralized bridge that is controlled by people who have to stake the Ergo, and you not stake it. It's not stake it. You have to lock it up like you would Flux. I shouldn't say stake. Stake's a bad word. I'm saying you have to lock it up kind of like Flux to create the node watcher, and that verifies all the transactions on the bridge, right? Now, I know Second TL he's way more into the Ergo hole than I am, but he understands it a lot more. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool what they're doing. Honestly, it's pretty cool what they're doing. Ergo really, I know a lot of us got bad taste in our mouth about Ergo, you know, 2 years ago after the merge, but it's water under the bridge now. It's gone. Times are up. It's no big deal. And as far as a community, Max Maher, I think his name is, or Maher or Mayer or whatever his name is, that YouTuber, he's got Ergo on his list now. So it's definitely starting to gain traction, right? But my number one right now will always be Elythium. Elythium's got all kinds of, they were releasing meme coins on their ecosystem, and one of them pumped like crazy the other day. So Elythium's getting a lot of attraction, but I am worried after what I saw from Panda today. Like, that is a ridiculously sized farm.
Was that in our chat? That chat's really hard for me to keep up.
No, you didn't see Panda's live stream? Like, you're probably eating dinner. Dude, there's like a guy making like $1 million a month right now on Elythium. Panda, where is that? Hold on, let me share this. I'll share it with you right now. Hold on. Where he shared it on his Twitter page. Hold on a second. Where is this? Crypto mining is on the rise, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not it. Here it is, right here. This dude right here. This is the Explorer. Is that the Explorer? No, it's the Explorer. Hold on. Look at this, man. This dude is making crazy money on a lithium right now. Look at this.
What does he just have?
$991,000 a month.
What I mean, what did he have? Just a bunch of those freaking lithium boxes?
I don't know, but look at all the workers. They're 1 terahash, 1 terahash, 1 terahash, a bunch of 1 terahash units. Like Golden Wolf, yes, they do.
Yeah, it could be like an early ASIC that was developed. You know what I mean? He's just like crushing it right now.
Hawk, go to the pool. Everyone's telling me. All right, stop yelling at me. Jesus. All right, hold on.
I wonder what I can get over at Mining Rig Rentals on the lithium right now.
Wow, look at the network hash rate, bro. It's gonna hit a petahash. What do you want me to look at? It's FPGA Hawk. They are up to 300 terahash now. Holy shit. How do you, where's the, hold on, this is the lithium one. The network's at 789. This dude's got half the fucking network, bro. How do I find this address? Where?
That's freaking nuts.
I don't know. I don't use hero miners that often. What is
Here,
it?
scroll down.
Here we go.
No, scroll down. Oh, well, yeah.
Right here. Yeah, he's definitely in the top 10. Ain't no shadow of fucking doubt. Look at this. 309 terahash this dude is. Like, yes, Serpent X.
Panda, it's okay. You can just tell us that it's your farm. We'll believe you. Okay.
I think it is. I think Panda's involved. Super skeptical.
You just happen to know about this.
But dude, 309 terahash. Like, they're a bunch of 1 terahash units. So I personally don't think it's an ASIC. I don't think it's an ASIC. It's definitely an FPGA farm. What do you got? Okay, that's the address, Serpent. All right, thank you, good sir. Hold on, we'll pull it up.
Yes, that's enough. Yeah, man, that is just wild. And yeah, I'm with second TL, man. Those guys should be solo mining with that kind of hash rate. They would be crushing blocks.
Invalid address. The F? It says the address is invalid. I'm sharing my screen, right?
Yeah.
Look up. Nope, invalid address. Nope, invalid. I don't know. Can you resend it? Try this one, he said. Okay, hold on.
Maybe if he's solo mining, you have to put the solo and the colon, and then
nope, nothing. That's not showing up either.
So hey, before the address, do solo and then colon, and then look it up. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference or not, but that's like usually what they do.
We'll try. No,
that's usually what they do when you solo mine on hero miners. You have to put the.
Yeah, I solo mined, but I don't remember adding it in here. No, that's not working. They're both not working. But we can even see. Well, you guys can. We can see the hash rate though in the top 10.
Hey, what's up, Frank? What's going on, boss?
1, 3. Yeah, this is it. He's right. Serpent said this is it because it's ending with the same letters and beginning with it. But we can't. Maybe they don't let you pull it up. I don't fucking know.
Panda said the address is in the tweet.
Yeah, I think that's where he got it. Where is Panda's tweet? Where the fuck did it go? Jesus Christ.
Homebrew Crypto's making some good. He's super suspicious of Panda. New Caspa ASICs get announced and Panda goes on vacation. A lithium box gets announced and Panda goes on vacation.
I think I just searched this one, Panda, but I'll look it up again. Hold on. A lithium.
Panda's filling up his container.
Here it is.
Right
I got it.
Now
I got it. Here we go. Look at this, dude. 22 BTC a month. Like this is like asinine. Like I would just mine for like a week.
Yeah, but just imagine how much money that
$1 million, bro. $1.5 million a month. This dude's gonna dump the entire project.
That's what's gonna happen.
I wonder if the lithium devs have got any control over this.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of sell pressure. It's gonna be a lot of sell pressure.
I mean, not if he's hodling though. He could become a dude. This guy can be a billionaire, bro. If it goes to $20. Looks like he recently got on with that address. This is the one from Panda, so yeah. Average 24-hour. Yeah, so he just turned up the heat here
Serpent,
within the last
Serpent
hour or
believes that
2
this
hours.
is not an FPGA farm. He says even if you had 8 of the best FPGAs, they're nowhere near the hash rate of those rigs.
You guys think this is Bitmain getting ready to roll out the first one?
Could be.
Motherfuckers, bro. It probably is, dog. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. It probably is. It probably is. Because this is probably row 5, machine 12, right? So this is definitely in a container, King. Is this not how we label containers, King? Like, think about it, right?
Row 4 by
row
86.
4, slot 112. This is either in a huge building or a container.
Yeah,
right?
it's they're using their rack labeling method.
That's rack labeling. So this could definitely be an ASIC. It definitely could be an ASIC. I could just tell by these numbers here kind of give it away for me. Unless it's an FPGA the size of an ASIC, like a superscaler, which is not crazy. But what is the superscaler?
Wasn't there a new version, the Superscaler Plus something?
I think, hold on. There was a superscaler. Hold on. Superscaler K30. I thought it was like a K30 or something. Or
I made this
terahash.
very point to everybody who wanted those gold shell lithiums. Would not be the first time that Bitmain crushes gold shell box miners. Very, very true.
I thought it was like a K30. This is on AliExpress. I don't know is this their website? Last time I went on a website, it was like, I think it's superscaler.io, I think is their website, not the other one. I think the other one's fake. But a lithium 45 gigahash, that's the K10.
What about, there's this other one that Serpent talked about. I've seen it on there too. The Coal Engine P2.
Oh, what is it called?
Here,
Look at this from Superscaler.
Here, it's this one.
Superscaler K10 algorithm hash rate power lithium. Yeah, I saw that one. I just saw that one. It was 45 gigs though. That's nowhere near like. Bitmain donated $20,000 to lithium. They know we don't. DJ interview on lithium was awesome. Yeah, DJ's interview on lithium was awesome. Coal Engine P2.
Yeah, it's on many ASIC. It's some weird name. I've seen it.
Oh shoot, I'm not sharing my screen. Hold on. Coal Engine P2 from Jingle Mining.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one.
4,300. I wonder what I can get this for. 4,300. But it doesn't. Oh, here it is. Hold on. A lithium 37 gigahash plus or minus 5%. It's not enough though. I get it. I understand. Trust me, I understand. But it's definitely not enough. It's got a good radiant hash rate though. It's not enough. I'm telling you, they're ASICs. It's got to be ASICs. Mark Fury with the $20 super chat. Thanks, Mark.
Hey, what's up, Mark? How you doing, man? I just talked to him today, actually.
That's why I say it's not an FPGA. No, Serpent, you're 100% correct on that one. 1 terahash, these are ASICs, guys. I'm telling you, these are ASICs.
He does make a point, though. You can cluster FPGAs, so it is possible.
Yeah, but that means... Okay, so here. Okay, all right, King, I got you, right? Now, look at this. Let's look at this. If we're going to do some investigating, right? Let's just say 5 is the cluster, right? This is 160. This is the highest on the 5 list right now. 160 times, what was it? Let's just say it's that model, the Coal Engine. 160 times 35. That would be 5,600 gigahertz. Be 5 terahash. And this one is 941. So it's probably not cluster. I don't know. I'm just throwing it around. These are they got to be ASICs. This is row 5, unit 132. This is, I'm telling you, like, or a box. It could be container 5, spot 79. You know what I mean? Because a container, even if they have the small ant boxes, which they probably do because they get them there cheap, they hold about 170 units, 160, 170 at 80% capacity. So this stops at 160, 161. So
if it's half, it could be ant boxes, right? Because it is Bitmain. They make 20-foot containers.
That's what I'm saying. I just said that. Yeah. Yeah, it could be a fuck ton cluster too. It could be. We saw those same exact worker names on Radiant. It's FPGA, says Panda. Who the fuck has got an FPGA farm this big? Dude, this is like life changing. Like,
it's retro Mike.
Probably. This is retro Mike's like using AI on his cell phones, and this is what it is right here.
He's using
AI to boost the hash rate. It's funny. Like, I don't want to like do the conspiracy thing, but there was a guy a while ago that I met who told me that he can write an algorithm in AI. I don't know how true this is, but he said he can write an algorithm in AI that can boost the hash rate of hardware. Because he said, again, I'm not validating this. I don't know. I'm not a tech guy. But he said that the majority of hardware that we have, and this is the problem that neuromorphic computing can also help with, right? The hardware that we have is severely limited, right? It's limited to, what we know the hardware is capable of doing. But he said, believe it or not, that, like, for example, like he says, like your GPU, right? Your GPU is actually more capable of doing more than it can, but we don't know how to push it that far. He made like this crazy assumptions. Like, right, I don't know if these are true or not. I'm just telling you what he said. And he said that if you can actually push this hardware efficiently, and you could probably get 50 to 100% more compute out of a lot of common hardware that people buy. Not everything, but a lot. And he says if you write an AI algorithm, and you can get it like it can take. See, this is what neuromorphic computing does. Neuromorphic computing takes everything and clusters it like a brain. It makes it more efficient, right? I'm just saying. I'm tinfoil hat, okay? Tinfoil hat. I'm just saying that he said that it changes everything, and he was going on this rant about it. Sorry, it was fascinating to listen to, but is it true? I don't know. But then I heard about neuromorphic computing, like I said, and then having all that clustered together to make it more efficient, operate like a human brain. You could even get more out of there. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Can you AI algo OC 100 times better than us? You have to wonder if given the data for a GPU rig. That's what I'm saying. Like think of it. Just think of this for a second, right? And I'm really like, this is how my gears are turning right now. What if somebody wrote a program for GPU mining? It was AI based, okay? And all it did was constantly adjust the GPU to keep it at 100% or 99% efficiency all the time. No matter, you can switch your coins, you can switch your algorithms, and the AI will actually make it like you have like modes, right? Like low, medium, and high. And the AI will adjust it for you to get maximum use out of the GPU.
The card's going to be controlled on a firmware level, though. So I mean,
right. But an AI, if you do it properly, you can. I mean, if we were able to bypass Nvidia with just from being crypto miners, we figured that as human beings. An AI could bypass it in a matter of seconds. You know what I mean? If it's done the right way, I think. I don't know.
You keep talking about AI, I'm gonna have to go find John Connor. Okay, like this is getting.
Your fucking GPU's just gonna like transform out of your case and just come out and slice your throat. But I'm serious though. Like I think stuff like this is possible. It's not, but everything sounds crazy when you first hear it, right? And then somebody creates it. If you were to show somebody a GPU 50 years ago and you're like, yeah, this thing can do trillions of computations per second, right? Somebody will just smack you across the head and say, son, go take a dive in a cold river, right? And, you'll clear your head in the Potomac. They won't say that now. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just
That's crazy.
I'm just throwing ideas around. I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking outside the box a little bit. What did Panda say? So I had pictures. The dude in Discord got banned. I couldn't find the pictures. Where I had them. It was rows and rows of FPGAs. One of the locations was water cooled. And Motu Prince, I agree, man. AI makes everything possible. It really, really does. It makes anything possible. Because it's like training. It's like you're training a brain.
I think there's something wrong though, because every time I go to ChatGPT and I put where is John Connor, it doesn't tell me.
Yeah, it doesn't, because he knows it's there to kill it. I fuck with people all the time. Like my Wi-Fi on my house has always been Skynet. It's always been Skynet. It's the name of my Wi-Fi at my house. It's always been Skynet. And then I got another one just for the mining that says Skynet World Ender. Like it's always just Skynet at my house. And my neighbors, I had a neighbor once a long time ago in my first house, and his
I just put FBI there.
I was just gonna say, like he put FBI surveillance camera. Oh, dude, like, people put these stupid names for their Wi-Fi. One guy put like Starship Enterprise. My David Thrash says my Wi-Fi is FBI safe house. Oh my god,
It's funny. Yeah. That would be pretty crazy though.
So I just gotta. We may need some. I'll let you know after live. So. Oh, Retro Mike. So you did get the Osprey. So you did get it.
There's a new one that came out that's supposed to be like a mini one. I got an email about it.
Oh, that's cool. It's got the Overboard Tech fan cover on it. That's pretty dope. Here, I'll show it real quick. That looks pretty cool. That does look pretty dope. It's glow in the dark. Look at this, King. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That is pretty cool. That is really dope.
Oh yeah, that is the new one because it only has one board in it.
Yep. That is pretty freaking dope.
Oh, whoa. Holy smokes! I haven't seen this guy in here for a while. What is going
What the
on,
heck
Chili?
is this?
How are you doing?
I hit the next button by mistake. That looks pretty cool. Okay, I'm here. You can start now.
Except you
Sorry,
have the
one second.
exhaust blowing right into that wall right there, Retro Mike. Just saying. You have the exhaust just beating right back onto that.
Yep. But anyway, sorry, I was little man didn't want to sleep tonight. Got to bed a little late. Is it still hot out there? Is it hot? It was. Really? You have to leave the door open. But that's pretty cool though, Retro Mike. I like this. I like
Oh, actually, yeah,
pretty
Retro
cool
Mike is, or sorry, Gordon Murray's right. I forgot on these Ospreys, they're like backwards. That's the intake side against the wall, not the exhaust. Yeah, that's the exhaust side where the overboard tech guard is.
that's exhaust or intake. It's not. That's intake right there, isn't it? Where the port is.
No, where overboard is, that's exhaust. These things are backwards. The intake is against the wall. Yeah.
I think it's on both sides though, isn't it?
What? Oh, probably, yeah. But the side facing the wall is the intake. It's weird that they put the control board side on the.
It looks like it.
side.
It looks like it. It looks like it's on both sides.
I only know that because we hosted that one guy's 5 Ospreys for him. So I remember that they're like goofy like that, like they're backwards.
Mr.
Enable
BMO says, Hawk King, if you had to pick one card at the moment, what would it be? And you guys probably already know my answer.
He's probably gonna say 4090 or something like that.
100%. I mean, they're if you can afford it, nothing's gonna beat it until the 5090 comes out.
Nah, I mean, it's a really hard question, really. At least for me. Look, if you're a new miner, I would tell you to go buy AMD, right? Because that way you can like it's kind of like when you learn to drive, right? You should learn how to drive a stick before you learn how to drive the automatic, right? Because automatics are easy. So you should learn how to drive the AMD first. But I mean, the 4090s are really good. If you want something that's really powerful and you want density and you don't want a lot of cards, I would say the 4090. If you want something that's decent, okay, kind of middle in the road, isn't great at anything, but it's okay at everything, I would say the 3070 for Nvidia or a 6700 XT from AMD would be good cards that are like middle of the road.
I agree with that. If you want a spec mining rig, you can get older cards. Brandon Coin's got some deals on cards. I mean, it really just depends on like what you're trying to do. Like, I think the 4090 is a great all-around card. I think it's great for spec mining because you can throw a lot of hash rate on something, get a quick yield, and get off. It's great. It could make the difference between profitability on a lot of different projects.
The only con to the 4090 obviously is its cost of entry, right? It's like $2,000.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like 2 G's, yeah.
So
did Panda bring his own Starlink on the cruise? No, I think the cruises have Starlink now. A lot of them have Starlink. I know Royal Caribbean. I think he's on Royal Caribbean. Are you on Royal Caribbean, Panda? I think he's on Royal Caribbean.
Don't be giving away his location. Everyone's going to be tracking him now.
I mean,
You're going to be looking up
there's 5,000 passengers on that boat. Good luck trying to find the guy you don't know what he looks like. I mean, I'd say the odds are in his favor. I mean, just throwing that out there.
6,000 cards are EOL. No,
end of life.
No, they're still supported. You can still get them everywhere.
Actually, many people would actually contradict that and say that the 7,000 series for AMD is not the best for crypto mining at the moment.
And yeah, he is right. He says they are bad, and the only reason they are bad, and this could be like maybe AMD's way to not have us crypto mine anymore, is they're not letting the voltages be unlocked, right? See, I really had high hopes for the 7,000 series because they have those decoupled shader clocks, right?
Right.
Where they have two different clocks on them. So I was hoping that you would be able to tune them down even more, right, and bring the efficiency down even more. But unfortunately, Hive OS, I think the best one that has the best support for 7,000 is going to be MMPOS. At least from what I've heard. I don't have any 7,000 series, but I know Second TL Mining does. So
I have one. I have a 7600 XT, and I did a video on it. And I think as far as like a card that has a great resale value and you get a lot of VRAM for a cheap price, I think it's great, right? But for mining, not so much. And I was gonna do a mining video on it, but honestly, there's no way. Even on MMPOS, there's very limited stuff. So a hash rate video won't really matter because you can't tune it, right? You can't tune it like you can tune the other cards, right? So I decided not to do that. You know, King, I'll be honest with you though, if we're going to talk about GPUs, call me crazy, but I have a gamble. And it's only a gamble if you lose though, right? So
that's like saying it's only illegal if you get caught.
It is. So, but no, seriously, no, just kidding. Hold on. I have a gamble. Now, I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen. I have a gamble. And this card...
What card are you buying now? Before it was the Titan, right? The RTX Titan. I remember you bought
I bought one of them. I bought a Titan V just to test it with the HBM2, and it does okay, but it's not it does okay on certain algorithms. It's not great for mining in general. But I think this card eventually will get adoption. Okay, I think it'll get adoption. Somebody will find a way to unlock it and use it at its full potential and put it into a program like Hive OS. Like, I'm sure Hive OS will figure it out, right? Because you can put them in Hive now, but you're very limited on overclocking, right? But, I think these cards are going to do extremely well. I'm thinking about buying 8 of them and just sitting on it. Put it on screen.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, but
I'm telling you, listen to what I'm saying. Like 16 gigs of GDDR6. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is the bus width, right? 256. But it's only $300. Brand new. It's a cool looking card too, by the way. I'm telling you, people call me fucking crazy. I really think the Intel cards are going to break out. Someone's going to develop something. Insider is going to develop something. Whether it's a MMPOS or one of these mining programs is going to break loose, and these cards are going to go fucking crazy.
Okay, so here's my tinfoil hat. Okay, tinfoil hat. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I know Second TL will correct me, but I've been out of touch with tech for a while. But correct me if I'm wrong, you can't even overclock your 7000 series CPUs either, right? AMD put a stop to that as well. They're not leaving them unlocked anymore. So what if this is a new trend now where manufacturers are gonna not allow you to overclock anymore?
It just needs to wait till somebody breaks it. That's all. It's somebody's gonna have to break it. That's all it is. Swamp 7 says I have 16 of them, bought them at $239 each. I'm telling you, I think this is a sleeper card. I'm not paid by Intel or Acer or Amazon or anything. I'm just sharing this with you guys, what I think, right? This is a sleeper GPU, in my opinion. Swamp's like, stop telling people. I mean, there's plenty of them out there. There's millions of these things out there. I really think these are going to be, these are sleeper GPUs, man. They are sleepers, dude.
I mean, right now, they're not doing that great as far as mining, right?
Because no, they're not.
Because
the 250 watt TDP and the resale value, though, 16 gigs. Listen, I'll be honest, and I'm going to get a lot of shit from this from people. 8 gig cards by 2026 are going to die. They're not going to be worth dick. That's my opinion. We can fight about it. I don't care. That's just my opinion. It's not a fact. It's my opinion. These cards are going to be crazy valuable. Now, especially if we run into another shortage, God forbid.
Now, I've been watching Gamers Nexus kind of closely on this, right? Because I have an A750, like, I don't know what you want to call it, the Intel Founders Edition, whatever you want to call it, right? So the driver support for Intel has actually been getting much, much better, right? And Intel has done really good about attacking the market in a very specific way, right? They're attacking it at the low to mid tiers, right? They're not like making a flagship card to compete with the 4090, which I think was smart on their part, because they're attacking the bulk of the consumers, right?
Oh yeah, they're trying to get the budget gamers, right? People who want a game but don't want to spend $2,000. People want to spend $1,000 on a whole computer, not $4,000 like we did, putting 7950X 3Ds and 128 gigs of DDR5, and all that crazy stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I'm not going to do that again. But I was thinking about building a PC. I was thinking about going out there this weekend to Micro Center.
I know a lot of people are disagreeing with me, and that's okay. You can disagree. I just think that down the line, everybody's hanging on to these 8 gig cards, and if you hang on too long, you're gonna get caught holding the bag, and they're not gonna be worth anything. Now hold on. I understand, like the 1080, you have some rare anomalies like the 1080 Ti, which is like 11 gigs, right? Like that card will be good for a little while. It's not going to do great on the gaming side, but that card will be good for mining and everything for a little while. So it'll have a better resale value. I think resale value on graphics cards is going to matter. Its VRAM is going to give it its resale value. That's just me.
T-Gig says they're good on Ergo.
For resale for gamers, right? Well, I'm talking resale in general. Even on mining, though, certain algorithms, guys, like there might be a profitable algorithm that might be over 8. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, look how fast some of these DAG files keep growing. Like a lot of these projects are past. I was talking to Brandon Coin the other day. Like Raven Coin's past 6 already, right? Like I think it was Raven Coin, right, Brandon? I don't remember. I think it was Raven Coin, but I'm just saying, like.
But 1080p gaming, like Panda says, though, if you look at like Steam and their numbers, 1080p gaming is like 98% of the market, man.
Right, because it's still budget, though. It's still budget. When it turns, it will turn, right? It will turn. People will upgrade. It'll become cheaper to run, 1440 at 1080, 1440 by 1080, right? It'll be cheaper to run 2K, and then all those 1080p cards are going to dump. People are going to upgrade. Games are going to require more processing, more VRAM. That's just the natural evolution of gaming and computers. Things are just going to be more powerful. And I think
you have more than 2 years on it, though.
Well, no, I'm saying, right. I know. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, I think they're just not, but there's going to be, in the next 2 years, we're going to see so much advancement in graphics cards that the value of them, even if they're wanted and needed, is just going to drop. I'm just saying.
Yeah, definitely people. But I mean, I think, I see what you're saying, though. Like the specs of games are only going to get, you're going to need more and more as you go along. That's always how it is, though.
So Brandon Coin says Raven Coin's like right at 6 gigs for a DAG size, right? Like it's Ravencoin, and they're doing nothing. All these projects that are developing, their DAG files are gonna fucking get huge. Like they're gonna be crazy. Like it wouldn't be. It would be crazy. It's not crazy to think that some of these algorithms are gonna require 8, 10, 12 gigs to run. I mean, call me fucking nuts, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm just saying though, like, I'm just trying to make a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like 4K monitors will get cheaper. 2K monitors will get cheaper. Things will get cheaper, and then people will eventually move forward. I think for longevity, these cards will hold their value a lot longer than an 8 gig card. I'm just saying. Just my opinion.
I mean, for that same price though, you could get a CMP 100 12 gig for $269.
CMP 100. What?
eBay right here. eBay.
Yeah, the CMP cards are shitty cards though. Like you can't sell it to a gamer. Like
No,
let's just say you want to sell the card and you want to get rid of it quickly. The gaming community and people who build budget PCs are going to probably be the fastest, right? Unless we're in a bull run, right? Let's just say we're not in a bull run and you got to sell it. Or you're trying to sell it in the bear market or whatever you're trying to do. This will do better.
A lot of people have those BC 250 cards they're trying to get rid of. Those things are cheap.
The BC 250. By the way, King, I keep getting emails about people wanting to host those friggin' things.
No. They're all individualized. No.
I know they are.
Such a pain in the butt. No thanks.
I just feel like if I'm going to invest in a new graphics card, like a new one, right? Not like an old one for spec mining or whatever. If I'm going to invest in a new one, I'm going to go at least 12. That's just me personally. You don't have to agree. No one has to agree. It's just my opinion. I just think long term, they're just going to perform better. That's just me personally, but it's all love though.
$299 is your price point, huh, for brand new. I don't think this card is.
Ted says ETHW is a 6 gigabit DAG file size. Interesting. I'm telling you, they're all gonna pass 8 pretty soon. Like it's not crazy to think that, right? And then what? Then what happens when you guys have 300-400 of these 8 gigabyte cards and you can't mine what's most profitable anymore? Or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This is how I kind of look at it.
Let's just ask Panda what his plan is. He bought like 100 of those 3070s.
I mean, it's just look. It may not happen in the next 2 years, may not happen in the next 3 or 4 years, but eventually, they will die. Like everything else, they will die. They will die.
Enable's trying to start some stuff here. Yes, we all use Hive OS.
Where are we talking about? Where you at? Where you at in the chat? Hive OS, man. These guys, don't get me started on this rant. Like people who just want things for free, man, like just not where it's at. Like these dudes worked very hard to build this. They're running a business. They got to get paid. For large farms, you actually you're saving money now on larger farms. Smaller farms are just paying a little bit more.
Right, because it's kind of like every other business where you get a price break, right? When you're a bigger client, right? It's just like everywhere else in the corporate world. You know what I mean? Yeah, I kind of agree with Hawk on this. It's
like people want. I understand everyone's looking for deals and you're trying to get the best thing, but like that Hive OS, like the company to develop that software probably cost those guys millions. Like probably cost them millions in development, like over the years, right? Like, everybody goes, no, I want to do it for free because they should give it to me for free. Well, why should they give you Hive OS? Who the fuck are you? Who are you? Why should I give you Hive OS? Are you a content creator with 10,000 subs and you're doing videos helping them get new clients? Then maybe you deserve it for free, right? But because you're bringing value to their company, you're just somebody just trying to milk the system. And generally speaking, I'm not aiming this towards anybody, but like my argument for people who want free stuff and don't want to pay for it, like Okay, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, Geek is like, I'm 18,000 subs and I still don't get it for free. What Terra hosting is hosting my rigs for free? That's what I heard. Getting shipping info right now, says Serpent X Tech. Yeah,
it's
like, same page, Hawk Crypto, BBT, and I said the same thing. I know, and this is why I talk to you guys, right? Especially BBT. Like, it's a business. Like, why is everybody going, well, screw Hive OS? Man, watch out, man. You're gonna be hard pressed to find another mining program that's just as good. Simplemining.net is very close. Very close. I got to give them credit. They're very close.
You got to think about it like this, though, right? Let's say they needed to hire another developer, right? Because they want to take it to the next level, or maybe hire 2 or 3 developers, right, to bring it to the next level. But under their current budget, right, and how people were gaming the system, they weren't able to do that, right? And let's say right now we don't see, you know, the instant gratification of this, but to me, it's just like, dude, they have to expand their business, right? People were gaming the system. And at the end of the day, man, it's like these guys, this is what they do for a living, right? This is how they, you know, send their kids to college, right? This is how they pay for everything. You know what I mean? And when you want it for free, you're kind of just stealing from them, if you think about it.
Bad Ace. I was like, in your mystical voice, he's like, who the fuck am I? You remember Mystical? Remember Mystical? Motherfucker. But hold on. iRescue Data says, but shouldn't Hive OS spy on when everyone is mining and use the info to their advantage? Sorry. Shouldn't they spy? I don't understand your question or what your statement, iRescue.
Yeah,
so
I'll get that
Panda
way.
says, what is going on with Panda? Panda's not stealing from Hive. Panda got so many damn rigs on there, dude. But like, I'll be honest with everybody. Like, if somebody's bringing value to like a company or our company or any company, right? Those people, you know, who draw in customers get deals. That's just how that goes. That's just the way that it is. They made bank on ETH pool. They give it for free. They can give it for free. What is Panda showing on statistics here? What is this? Share this tab instead. Here we go. Here's the statistics on Hive. So what is Panda? You sent this to me, Panda. 3070, yeah. 3070 is the hottest card on there. I agree. I can't believe the 5700 XT is still the most popular card. It's tied with the 580.
Oh man, that thing was so mass produced. There's so many of those things floating around. It's nuts, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I could recommend at that price point that you're at for $300 would be like a 6700 XT. You know what I mean, brand new, which is like $329. You know what I mean?
I like the 6600 XTs are probably some of my favorite GPUs. I mean, I'm kind of sour that I sold them actually. There's a lot of them here too. But like, look at this, like RX 574 gigs. Like, what are you mining with this?
New coins that don't have DAGs that are over
DAG files, I guess.
Yep.
I don't see a 4090 anywhere here. Isn't that crazy? Yet it gives you the best hash per watt.
You want to know who goes over all the statistics and GPU mining and pool numbers and all that stuff? He does it once a month, every month.
Second TL mining.
It's Mr. Second TL mining.
Yep, I know. I watch his videos. Second TL mining is a great content creator. He doesn't give himself enough credit. If you guys get lucky, you might find a 6800 for about 330. I'll do that over a 6700 XT. I will say this, though. There really isn't a huge difference between the 6800 XT and a 6900 XT as far as hash rate goes. So you could save a lot more power and get a 6800 XT. I found that out recently.
I don't know, homebrew. I really liked my 6700 XT Hellhounds, man. Those things were Those things were kick-ass cards.
They were light up blue. Those were cool.
They tuned real well too. Actually, I think XP1 has those cards now.
I mean, it's going to be, you know what, guys? I mean, honestly, like, it's really going to depend on what happens, you know, this time around, right, with GPU mining. You know, a lot of people, it's funny. I just remembered a quick thing. I'm going to side story. I squirreled for a second. I remember me, you, and Chili sitting on EVGA B stock right when it went, and like buying as many GPUs as we possibly could.
Yeah, and you remember actually EVGA had another thing too. It was on Tuesday night, I think it was. It was their midweek madness at midnight, where things were like even the B stock would be half price. I remember using the EVGA midweek madness. Most people don't even know about that probably.
No, I have no idea. I think EVGA is going to go out of business. I think they're done because I mean they're slowing down. It's kind of sad, really. I think it's kind of stupid, to be honest with you. I think that you have a great brand. It was not a cost thing to continue making GPUs. He even said it. He said it was a principal thing. The owner said it was a principal thing with Nvidia. You know what, man? Like, I get it. Like, I understand. You know what I mean? Like, then pass it on. You know what I mean? Pass it to a successor who can keep that legacy going. That's my opinion. I think EVGA is they're just going to be collector's items. DJ Mind says EVGA PSUs are great. Yeah, they're made by what's the company that makes them? Superflower, right? If you get Superflower, DJ, if you ever get them, they're the same. They're just EVGAs are just white labeled Superflowers. That's why they're so good.
Yeah, man, they should like have like all the crazy, you know, H&2 pot like overclocking stuff. You know what I mean? And like they have all their classified motherboards, dude. Oh man, dude, that's some real flagship stuff. Stuff that, you know, when I was like younger, I would only dream of owning it. You know what I mean? Stuff that's like $1,000 motherboard.
So Frank made an interesting comment here. He says, I think they thought others would follow them and try to pinch Nvidia. But that's the thing, though. I really think the true story was it was personal for the guy. The guy, whoever owned EVGA, he took it personally. Like, he took it personally. And he just decided, like, you know, he cut his nose off to spite his face. Like, it just completely, it was such a, I did a video on this and I got a shit ton of bullshit pushback from the gaming community. And I think it was an ego trip. I do. I'm just going to say it. I think it's an ego trip. I think that you should just put I don't care what handshake deal or what it is. You have a company, you find a way to make it work. And if you don't want to make it work, then you pass it to somebody who will and keep it going. Like, you made a great product loved by millions of people. I don't think it was necessary. But see, DJ, that was actually, so they're saying the GPUs weren't profitable. They were profitable. They didn't make a lot of money because of the handshake deal he had with Nvidia. So Nvidia was charging them more for their whatever they had and restricting them on what they were doing. Well, because he had a relationship with the guy. There's a back end story somewhere. But if the GPU, here's my thing though. Here's my counter argument against this. Okay, I got to say something. Here's my counter argument against this. If fucking Zotac can do it, and that's all they do is GPUs, okay? If Gigabyte can do it, okay? If all these lower companies, P and Y, can do it, which P and Y told us that their company was in shambles on an email. That was pretty funny. If these guys can do it, okay, there's no reason why EVGA couldn't do it. Zero. There's zero reason. You know why, DJs? Because they didn't get their shit together with Nvidia. You gotta point the finger where you have to point the finger at what the problem is. Well, and they got personal. It got personal. So Nvidia said, all right, well, you know what? You want to screw around? We'll screw around too. Nvidia had the higher hand. Because they let them have the higher hand. They were partners for over 20 years? Like they let them have the higher hand.
Yeah, but there was other parts of that thing too, where they would get like, you know, last minute details of a launch, you know what I mean, and like information and things like that.
Okay, so then how do these other GPU companies survive then? If they've been doing this for the past decade, then how do these other company GPUs survive? And DJ says if you make $1 on a PSU, you make $20 per item, what would you sell? But they're not even selling PSUs brand new. They're getting ready to discontinue them. They're dwindling down their inventory. There's a whole article on this. They're literally closing the company.
Because look, I'm gonna say this, okay? The selling electronics, is a very slim margin. Like I can't remember if it was Nexus or if it was JC Sense. I watched somebody's, or even Linus. I watched a video somewhere, and you realize that PlayStation and Microsoft sell their units at a loss, right? Because they know you're going to buy subscriptions and buy other things from them, which is what they want. They lose money every time they sell you a system, right?
Okay. Again, I'm not disagreeing. I don't know their numbers, so I'm not going to comment. What I'm going to say is that companies like EVGA didn't stay in business for that many years being unprofitable. Okay, it just didn't. It wasn't. That's not the way that works.
Yeah, but if you look at like the EVGA craze, it was back when they had like full customizable ability to go in the firmware and like do all their tweaking and all their custom stuff that they would do. Nvidia locked them out. They said, no, you can't do that no more. You're not allowed to do that anymore, and they completely shut them out. But
Frank made a point. So then why didn't all the other GPU companies, manufacturers or whatever, why didn't they pinch Nvidia as well? Why didn't anybody go after them? There's plenty, even Galax, bro, fucking Galax is selling Nvidia GPUs, and that's probably, and Galax doesn't make a bad GPU. It's a Chinese company, doesn't make a bad one, but if Galax can do it, there's no excuse. These are just, and no disrespect, King. I don't mean this disrespectfully, but this is just excuses for EVGA. There's no reason why they couldn't have done it. And then here's another thing. I'll tell you something else. If they really wanted to compete and stay in the game, and they should have went to their competitor. Why not go knock on the door to the competitor? How about an EVGA AMD card?
They said that there wasn't a no compete, but I guarantee you, EVGA and how like dug deep they were in Nvidia, I guarantee you there was a non-compete clause that they couldn't go to like another competitor to compete against them. EVGA was like literally made the best Nvidia cards. You know what I mean? There's no way that they didn't have a non-compete clause. You know what I mean? I know somebody came out and said publicly that there isn't, but I guarantee you there was. 100%.
EVGA was not king of PSUs. They had good PSUs. What was it called? Flower something? What was it called? What was that company called?
Superflower.
Superflower is the king of PSUs, and they white labeled to EVGA. EVGA didn't make their PSUs. That's provable. Like, if all these companies can do,
I don't know if they're white labeled, but I know that they're made in the same factory.
Like, they're white labeled. I listen. Like, Superflower is a manufacturer, so like. Oh my God. It's like, no, DJ, they didn't make their PSUs. They're Superflower PSUs.
I'm going to agree with Serpent here, who's a tech guy like me. If you know computers, you know that Seasonic is the best power supply manufacturer on the planet.
Seasonic is good. White label means nothing. You have no idea what you're talking about. Zero. It's white labeled. I hate to break the news to you. It's like finding out that the Starship wasn't really designed that way. What are you talking about? I knew this for all my years of my life. Yes. They did not create their own PSUs. Yes, of course, they had hype. Yeah, they had hype, but they're made by another company. Brandon says Thermal take PSUs for the win.
No.
KiiNG hates
Thermal fucking dog shit, dude. Never buy one of those things. And if Max is here watching, Max will tell you the same thing right now.
White label hard drives actually have white label. EVGA PSUs have EVGA label. Yeah, Well, okay, white labeling is a term used to rebrand when you buy from another company. We saw this with the GPU risers R8, right? The GPU risers R8 is a white labeled octominer, not, you know what I'm saying? I've used the whole curve. By the end of the day, it's just different business model direction with all brands. We can question until the cow comes home. It is correct. But it was, I mean, everyone's going to have their different opinion on power supplies and stuff like that. The problem, the point I'm trying to make is that like EVGA could have stayed in the game, and they're deciding to leave the game, even with the power supplies and being, you know, some of the top sellers of power supplies in the entire world. That's irrefutable. They did sell a lot of power supplies, but Chili said, I'm a white labeled Harry.
Yeah.
That's, you know, Brandon, why's it got to be a white label?
Yeah,
they did sell. They were known for having the best power supplies, but it wasn't because they manufactured them, because they bought them from a very good company, and they had a contract that I think they could only sell stateside. I think at a certain time they did. I had to read. You have to go read this article. It tells you the whole history about it. I always thought.
I can't put that super chat on screen. I'm sorry.
I always thought FTW was F the world. Oops. No, it means for the win. Who wants to be strangled and strong-armed by Nvidia when you can have full control of other products and want to make more money? Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. DJ, you proved my point completely. Why not go to the competitors? That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, that's not what he meant there. He meant like they can control their power supplies, their deadlines, their releases. There was times,
but you can do that with another manufacturer, GPUs.
When they give them stuff until the very last minute to start making their boards and giving them the prices.
I'll level. If Nvidia's screwing you that way, that's fine, right? You stay in the game.
Public knowledge. It was in freaking Gamers Nexus fucking video.
I think that wasn't.
You need to watch more Gamers Nexus if you want to argue tech. Please
actually, you know who actually had more info on the whole EVGA thing was Jay's 2 cents. Actually, he had way more insight, in my opinion, than Gamers. I think so. He had some stuff that Gamers Nexus didn't release till later on.
Gamers Nexus recently just did one here on EK Water Block, you know, and all their shenanigans.
I'm not talking about PSUs. I'm talking about GPUs. Anyway, so I think what EVGA should have did was go to Intel and say, hey, we have all this knowledge and you guys are just getting ready to, you know, come to market with a consumer GPU. Let us help you. Let's create an EVGA Intel card, or let's go to AMD and say, hey, let's do something here. Let's you know, like I would have totally like tried to mix in with some of the competitors if I was getting screwed.
You're gonna tell me that there wasn't a non-compete between those guys?
But here's the thing, King. At that level, non-competes can tie up in court for a decade. The cases, right?
Yeah, but you gotta pay somebody to go there.
Doesn't matter. Because think of it this way: what if you sold enough GPUs that it didn't matter how much you buried into the non-compete? You made billions of dollars anyway.
But keep this in mind: they just got out of a bad relationship with a GPU manufacturer. So why would they go running into another one, right?
A lot of people break up with their girlfriend and go date a stripper. A lot of people do that. I'm just saying, EVGA could have totally did that. Like, and it would have made money.
Why am I going to go back again for round 2? You know what I mean? Like,
Max, I can see your messages. Why would the king of technology want? That's not what we're talking. I'm talking about EVGA and Intel. What are you saying, DJ? I'm not even talking.
I see your messages, Max. And here,
I see your messages, Max. I'm talking. EVGA had a sour relationship with Nvidia, so instead of going to work with Nvidia, why not just take the brand and go to Intel and create a GPU? That's what I'm saying. I just thought, I don't know. You could have, I know nothing says you could have licensed it. Right. Like, why not? Like, that's what I thought. I mean, but then again, the owner didn't want to be in the business anymore. Apparently he wanted to dissolve the company. Like, that was known too. You know what I mean? I wonder what Kingpin is going to do. Like, what's he going to do? Like, what's next for him? You know what I mean? Like, what does he do? Like, does he, I mean, I understand he was helping them with motherboards recently at EVGA, and they released a Kingpin motherboard. I saw that. That looks cool. But I don't know what they're planning with that. I don't know much about it, but like, what's next for him? I would love to ask him this question, like, and have an interview with him. Like, I think his name's Vinny, right? Like, Vinny, what's your next move? What's the next move? Like, I'm just curious. You know, I mean, he makes a great product. He's a very smart guy. What's going to be next for him? I would have picked one up regardless if they went to AMD or Intel. That's what I'm saying. Like, they have a market of people. Like, why not go to your competitors? Rumor was MSI. Gamers Nexus did lots with him, they write. Tear down the rainforest, build the parking lot. Not a problem if you make more parking. Find illegally to clear the forest.
Don't go to MSI. Don't do that.
No. I think he's answering that Kingpin was rumored to go to MSI.
I know, so I said don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
No, go to Sapphire.
EVGA hotels. Man, poor EVGA, man. I mean, but then again, they wanted it, right? So it's not like they, went bad. So he is consulting for various tech companies and messing with. Can you put that on screen? I can't pronounce that. I don't know what that is.
E-bikes. Yeah.
EB bikes?
Electric bikes.
E-bikes. Sorry, e-bikes. That's what he means. Sorry. I thought that was like a name for something. And selling liquid nitro stuff. Interesting. That's interesting.
Yusuf says, "Who cares about power supply as long as they work?" I mean, there was those.
I had them catch fire, man.
There was those gigabyte PSUs that were exploding back during the bull run time. I don't know if anyone remembers that when Gamers Nexus did that video. I actually had one of those, and I was mining it with my Vegas. And when I seen that video, I literally bought a power supply. I drove down to Best Buy. I bought a 1,000-watt power supply. I threw the gigabyte in the garbage that night.
Yeah, there's no doubt in anyone's mind that EVGA made the best power supplies and sold at the top of the line, but that's because they bought them from the best manufacturer in the entire world at the time. So I think for a while there, they were only allowed to sell in the US though, or they had a contract just for the US. I think something like that. There was something like that I read.
They made good power supplies, but Seasonic is the best. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Anyway, we could sit here all night and go in circles about it. I just thought it was just something interesting. There's always new companies, and other companies dissolve, new companies, form out of it, and stuff like that. And I just it's like we're arguing ass versus tits.
So when a card A770 rig then, Hawk?
I don't know, man. I am so debating buying these cards. I really am. I'm debating it. I am debating buying some of these cards. I'm debating it. I don't know.
This has been going on a couple of months worth of these streams where every now and then they pop in. Like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. And,
I don't know. I'm just trying to always, do something different. Like diversify and trying to like evolve the mining operation and stuff, and trying to see what like the next best thing is. Jesus, can't talk today. T-Gig says EVGA was a multi-million-dollar company. I can't imagine they don't have a board. Getting out of the market and had to be legal or strategic. No way. It's only because the CEO wants to retire. I think he had like full control of his company. I don't know. I mean,
right.
He had full control of his company. Nismo Miner says, "King, I sent you a photo of Vince's Instagram."
No, not on Instagram.
He sent you a photo from his Instagram, he said.
I don't have a DM from him.
Oh. It's in the Misfit Discord. Oh, it's in your channel. Let me see. Yeah. Here, we'll put it on screen.
Oh, so, yeah, it's a picture of MSI.
Overclock Kingpin, Vince, yeah. He's at
I'm not
MSI.
Gonna lie, I've had some MSI stuff, but
we can put it on screen. I'll share it here if you want.
At least, but check this out. At least MSI is both Nvidia and AMD, right?
Right. Well, I'm glad that he's at least, continuing. Like he's not kind of sinking with the ship at all, which is good. He's probably going to end up doing something with MSI. And good for him. Good for him, dude. Honestly, good for him. And I think it's great. I wonder what his personal feelings are, on the whole EVGA thing. I wonder if anybody's like asked him what he thought about it.
What is your rent? What is your rent your rig with Nodes AI? I'm not on Nodes AI. I know everybody kind of get into that for a little bit, and I think Anna did some content on that. I opted not to do that. And when I was trying to explain it on a live stream, it was really hard to explain the private and public keys for SSH keys, right? So just think about it like this, okay? If I'm on my MacBook, right, and I create, SSH keys for it, right? There's a public and a private key, right? The private key stays on this computer, and the public key is what gets shared with everything else, right?
Okay.
Nodes AI, they require your private key, which means that any other thing that this computer has access to, they will have access to because they have the private key of this.
So real quick, DJ, if you're still here, I want to read this to you. All right. So you could understand why they didn't make any money. Crypto Frank just sent this to me. He said, for starters, EVGA, this is a screenshot. For starters, EVGA relied on third-party manufacturers in order to create the circuit boards and the coolers for its GPUs. That right there, that first line is already, you're already spending a lot of money. Third party, which means you're getting it from a guy, from another guy, from another guy's guy, right? That's third party, okay? So while EVGA itself only took care of the engineering, having to split its profits with these third parties made it so that EVGA's own profit margin was smaller than that of its competition. That, I can tell you right now, is probably why they didn't make a lot of money. That's probably why they made nothing. What's this? What's this, DJ? What are you sending? What are you sending us? What are you sending? 10 minutes and 42, he says. Gamer Nexus's video. Right. Okay. EVGA terminates Nvidia partnership, cites disrespectful treatment. That's subjective. Subjective. I've seen this video. Subjective. What's disrespectful to some people is just business to others. Like, but I think what I just read you, I can read it again if you need me to read it again I'll read it again for you. It's very short. I'll read it one more time.
Yeah, they outsource a lot of their stuff.
They outsource just about everything for their products. So when you do that and you're splitting profits with people, yeah, you could lose money if the market turns. That's economics 101. Like, so, that's bad. That's just, yeah, it's good in a bull run because it doesn't matter because the prices are higher and you're getting it. But when you have to split profits with, 2 or 3 different people on a single card, like, you're probably, and then Nvidia tells you that you can't sell it for X amount. You're probably not in a good business model. Just throwing a guess out there, right? Just saying. So I think they were just plagued by like just different things that they got stuck into. That's actually interesting, Frank. Thanks for sending me that. But the third party source everything, that's wild, man. That's wild. Like, and then call it, I mean, doesn't mean that they made a bad product. That's not what I'm saying. But
I guarantee you most of the other companies do the same.
No, I'm sure a lot of companies do the same, but to have profit sharing agreements on stuff, which means that you couldn't buy it exclusively, right? That's what that means. That's all that means. There's nothing else there unless the company is popular and they forced your hand, which probably could have happened, but he said they were on a 20-year partners. Yeah, that's right. Nvidia changed up the EIBs because they got greedy during COVID and took advantage of during the bull run. No, I agree with that 100%. I'm not saying it wasn't driven by Nvidia. It was definitely driven by Nvidia. Half of it. The other half was probably because they had to outsource the majority of the products.
I'm going to tell you this right now. If you think Nvidia is like some kind of white knight to gamers, okay, I'm going to tell you this right off the bat, okay? I sat next to a dude from BitCap. They would put orders to Nvidia of strictly 3090s in, okay? And I'm not talking just one pallet. I'm talking a whole 53-foot effing container there, all right? Getting shipped to them, okay?
Thousands of them.
Directly from Nvidia, okay? There is no white knight here, okay?
Yeah, there's no loyalty to gamers.
Everybody made piles of money, okay? So they're just trying to look nice in public eye.
You're right. They didn't, and that is the truth. Nvidia did sell tons of GPUs to the crypto. They made more money from the crypto mining community. They probably were so pissed at Vitalik Buterin for wanting to change Ethereum into proof of stake, because they were making boatloads of money selling GPUs. They made more money selling GPUs to crypto miners than they did to gamers, and that is not something that I agree with, obviously, but they don't think for any reason whatsoever that they definitely didn't backdoor and say, oh, we don't. They'll put an article out. Remember the articles, King? Nvidia would talk about the crypto mining community and all this other stuff. What you're doing with our GPUs is so bad, and we don't like you guys, and blah 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 blah, and you guys are bad people. And then they'll go sell a fucking container of 1,000 of CMP cards from Nvidia from their warehouse.
They weren't even CMP cards. They were real gaming cards.
Or gaming cards, like it's like, oh cool, like, so if you buy our gaming cards, we'll LHR it for you. We're gonna LHR our gaming cards because we respect the gamers. And then they're gonna go, hey guys, listen, if you want like some mining cards, just come meet me around the back over here and I'll hook you up. You know what I'm saying? That is exactly what they did. Okay. It's just business. Money talks, bullshit walks. Unless you got a bag, you ain't got shit. That's just what it is.
Exactly.
It's just what it is. If you got money, you get anything you want.
And
it's from anybody.
These bigger farms, right? And I talked to some when I was getting distribution. I can't remember how much it cost, but the guy I was doing distribution with, he's like, hey, I know this guy that buys pallets from me, right, of GPUs, and he has a guy who does custom firmwares from Nvidia, and he can get rid of the LHR for you, but you have to pay X amount of dollars. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have that.
Well, DJ, you're right. The AI stuff is going to outdo the gaming and the mining. Even if mining comes back, I think the AI play is going to outdo them anyway. Outdo the sales. I mean, like as far as like selling to people. But this was interesting. Can I read this, King, real quick?
Yeah.
Crypto Kurt said, and they were making money on the back end, just to piggyback what you said there, on the back end, selling the unlocked drivers to mining farms.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, I mean, seriously, like Nismo, no, you're correct, 100%. Like, it's all about dollars, man. It's just all about dollars. Like, if Terra right now called Nvidia and said, hey, we want 2,000 4090 GPUs at this price, and we want them to be maximum hash rate. We want them made for crypto mining. You don't think Nvidia would take that order? 2,000, 3,000? You don't think they would do that in a heartbeat? They would go, give us 6 months. We got you covered. They'll take all the fucking, because the components of a mining GPU, you don't need all the fancy stuff of a gaming GPU, right? So they'll take, like they did on the CMP series, they'll take all like the lower end stuff, they'll make it work, they'll package it, they'll test it, they'll put a custom driver on there, and then, hey man, here you go. Hey, where's our $2 million?
Most likely what they'll do is they'll just cut the cooler down a little bit, and then on the IO, right, for all the displays they'll cut off, right, to save money. You know
100%.
What I mean?
It was so fucking weird to see them say something on the news about crypto mining and then sell. It's Geek of All Trades says it's perfect. Nvidia was like Lord of War. You can't sell them. They were just selling to both sides. They really were. Like the guy in the movie Lord of War, when he was selling weapons, his competitor, Nicolas Cage's competitor, was selling to both sides.
Right, yeah.
Like, and he said, you can't do that. You have to pick a side, right? And Nicolas Cage sided with the U.S. government and its allies. So he knew that because they spend the most money. But the other guy was selling to the adversaries, the enemies. And that's what Nvidia was doing. They were selling to both sides. Gamers hated crypto miners hated gamers, and they were talking shit about one or the other on both sides, and then they were still selling to both sides. Congratulations, y'all got played. I know Geek of All Trades, he was always bouncing checks. So, yeah, I know.
So the crazy thing is most people don't know this either about the whole AI thing, and I know DJ's like this Nvidia, he loves Nvidia for AI, is Gaudi 3 coming out from Intel. Intel is making big waves in the AI scene. Their Gaudi 2 actually is twice as powerful as the H100.
Yeah, it's crazy the innovation we're gonna see. But you know what, King? Honestly, here's the thing about these major corporations, even like companies like Bitmain. I'll even get on this level, right? And dumb it down. Big companies, especially like Nvidia, they're not gonna lose, right? And they have the capital, right? Now they can't. I don't think Nvidia can go toe to toe with Intel. Intel's a very large company, and I think although Nvidia is bigger by market cap, I think if it came down to like a legal battle, they would probably just wash it out. But I think if somebody else, like a smaller company, came out with something that outperformed the H100, I think Nvidia would just go buy them out, right? Like they can't afford to buy Intel. They can't afford to buy Intel.
Well,
they can't afford to buy AMD.
Right.
So they can't outdo those competitors. They're just gonna have to come out with something new, right?
Well, they'll make strategic buys. Like AMD picked up Xilinx, right, for FPGAs, and some of the stuff that they manufacture over there, like DPUs and stuff like that.
Right.
It's but see, that's the thing though, is Nvidia though, like AMD, they don't have foundries, right? They're going to be hindered by the foundries, right? By TSMC, whereas Intel is building foundries, right?
Yeah, they have foundries, and that's going to be a problem for Nvidia, I think, in the future, is because the more competition that comes out that they don't acquire, like for example, Geek Vault Trade said, just like Cisco, they used to be number 1, number 2 in the industry, and they buy the competition. They just bought Meraki, however it's called. They just bought them, right?
Mike, I just got here. Can you restart from the beginning?
Yeah. So DJ says that. See, but DJ, that you can't. That's not. Oh, dude, this guy just looks at money and thinks that just because your company's worth more, that you can do more necessarily. Intel's building foundries. Okay, they're TSMC and Intel are building factories and foundries in different countries right now. Like Intel is a sleeping giant and will definitely get to the value of Nvidia. Nvidia is hot right now because AI is hot right now, right? Nvidia doesn't make. I mean, they don't make any of their chips. Everything goes through TSMC, right?
I guarantee you, eventually, that
they need to get into the foundry game. I agree 100%. They need to get into manufacturing. They have to get into manufacturing. Like they need factories that can build their own shit. They have the money to do it. Like they have the money to do it, but the money is going to be in the manufacturers. That's where it's really going to be. A stock price, I get it. I'm just saying.
Richard Mike makes a point to DJ.
Nvidia has that contract like no one else. Yeah, but I think that. What are you saying? What do you say? Look at Nvidia's valuation.
Nvidia's valuation versus their annual revenue. There's no reason that they're being valued.
No, they're definitely inflated off of hype. 100%. You got people buying up their stock left and right. They're definitely inflated off of hype. That goes without saying, because Intel as a company is just larger as a company. But they're just inflated.
This is what's going to happen though. See, is Nvidia is going to rely on other people to produce their chips, right? Whereas Intel is going to produce their own.
That's what I'm saying.
So they're like, hey, we're going to come out with the new Gotti 7. Hey, they can put it on whatever timeline they want, because guess what? They have their own foundry.
Right. That's why TSMC is where it is.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the market cap of TSMC right now? What's TSMC's market cap? Right.
$608.5 billion.
Okay, hold on. It's $608 billion. And the company that they make the chips for is $2 trillion in market cap. They're inflated. They're inflated. Did you know right now, if TSMC stopped taking orders tomorrow, right? I read this in an article. It's pretty fascinating. If they stop taking orders tomorrow, they have enough to run their company making zero profit for a decade. That's how many orders they can fulfill. They have orders that are years out. Years. Like, so it's going to be, I do think Nvidia it's definitely inflated off of hype. 100%. Everyone's buying Nvidia stock.
I bet you, geek, that's where I say you're right. And this is where me and him agree. Nvidia will be buying chips from Intel.
Oh, 100%. Because look, companies evolve, right? Companies like Nvidia will have to evolve. Well, DJ, you just proved my point. Yes, they have those contracts locked in. Exactly. They contracted TSMC to do it. But why is Nvidia worth more than TSMC? Because of hype. No one cares too much about the manufacturer. They care about AI, and everyone's buying Nvidia stock right now, and there's limited supply of it, and people are just, pouring tons of money into tech stocks, the QQQ, these funds, all this stuff is Nvidia, right? It's a growth stock. Completely, that's all it is, right? Because it's definitely not off of the sales. They're not a $2 trillion company because of the sales. Apple is a $1 trillion company because of its sales, not Nvidia. So just saying, if it was that easy to create your own chips, Nvidia would do it. I don't think it's that. You're right. I don't think it's easy, and I think there's a lot more to it than dumping $100 billion into it.
Right.
I think there's a lot more that goes into it. There's probably a short supply of engineers. You know what I mean? That people that know how to do it. Then you got to go to like ASML or AMSL or ASL. What is it called? What is that place?
Is it
AMSL or something like that? Or ASML or something like that it's called? Down in the Netherlands, and you got to buy these like lithograph machines that are like ASML, probably AMSL or right, whatever. And you have to go buy these machines, and then you got to get an engineer to run it. They probably wouldn't make financial sense for them to go create their own foundries right now. ASML, right? Yeah, you would have to go buy these machines
that are hundreds of millions, if not billions.
Right, hundreds of millions of dollars just for the machines, and then you got to train personnel for years to know how to operate it. Like, it would probably, Nvidia is probably looking at it going, we probably can't do this. I think they can in the future make their own foundries, but then again, you run into your competition. Intel and TSMC are already building factories across the world. Like 2 more are going up in the States. You got another one in Ireland Intel is doing. Like, I don't think Nvidia could possibly you have to see what they have in liquid cash. I don't think they can throw 100 billion in liquid cash. I don't think they have 100 billion in liquid cash. Like, you're talking about $100 billion. See, but you're looking at number go up, man. You got to stop that. You have to look deep into the company. You got to stop looking at just because they're market cap that they can do whatever they want. It doesn't mean that they have it in liquid cash, man. It's just he's just looking at number go up.
You have a request?
No, I'm not doing it. Fuck you. So, I'm serious. You got to stop looking at number go up though, because that doesn't mean anything. What matters is that look at Lumen. Look at Lumen, right? KiiNG, let's use Lumen as an example.
I don't want to. That's a bad example. Okay,
no, it's not. No, it's not, because they're the largest.
They still haven't even answered the damn thing yet.
DJ, I'm not talking about stocks. Just because a company's stock price is high does not mean they have that in liquid cash. That's what I'm talking. Yeah, they might not want to go get a loan. They probably can't afford the interest on $100 billion loan. They don't probably have that kind of cash flow right now. It's just always number go up. It's always number go up. What I'm saying is it's
turned into another Hawk and DJ freaking debate here.
No, because it's but why would you sell the stock that makes no sense, man. It makes then you're deflating your stock price.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Good. That's what I was saying. Hey, the next time I need to get a hold of somebody,
maybe they have rules against that. Maybe they can't sell their own shares. There's rules against that. Like, I don't know. No one knows the answer, but what I'm saying is if they have the money, then they should do it. Maybe they are doing it. We don't know.
Oh man, yeah. The next time that Lumen doesn't answer me, we have that dedicated fiber line that's riding on their backbone, and it has all these alarms on it. All I'm gonna do is, because they didn't answer me, I'm just gonna yank it all off, turn it all off, wait for someone to come here and be like, yeah, hi, I was trying to submit a ticket and nobody picked up, so I figured I'd get your attention this way.
I mean, companies sell their stock to raise money. They do that. That's not a secret. I do know that. Companies do that to raise money.
And iRescue Data makes very good points about chip manufacturing as well.
Right. So maybe that's the reason they won't want to do that. I don't know. Little time mining goes, where fucked? Like where? You mean we're fucked? Is that what you're trying to say? The United States owns 10 billion worth of BTC. Damn, really? Well, they don't. 10 billion?
That's good. All right, we've been going for 2 hours and 10 minutes. We're going off on all these tangents. I'm going to end it in 5 minutes.
I'm just saying. Like, why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? Why don't they do this?
We're going to be here all damn night. I want to go put my 4090 rig back together, okay?
I want to go put my 49. Everyone's doing it now. I want to do it too.
That's right.
That's right. Fuck you guys. Damn this
Hey,
Nvidia stock talk.
I wasn't even home, okay? All right? Didn't even have access to my stuff.
What was I saying? I was going to say something, but the point I was trying to make with Lumen is that their entire company is the backbone fiber provider in the entire world, right? And their value of their company should be way higher than what it is because of what they do and what they provide, but it's not. You know, hype has a lot to do with it. Fully Electric says, Hawk, one thing I've never liked about stocks is a company gets valued to determine the stock. A company gets evaluated to determine the stock value, and if they don't hit their estimate earning, their evaluation gets recalculated and the stock tanks. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Nvidia would be stupid not to sell some of their shares and get some liquid cash. They'd be stupid not to do that, right? They should definitely do that, especially if they need cash on hand. But maybe that's not maybe it's just not their motive. Now DJ wants to talk about Tesla robots. I'm leaving. All right.
Tesla robots.
I'm not doing it. You're not baiting me in anymore, DJ. I love you. Like you're my brother, and I'll do anything for you, and I mean that within reason. However, you're not baiting me into another robot argument. No. I know the Tesla robot's coming late next year, says Elon Musk.
I definitely wants to know when I'm going to start doing the $250 rig. I'll probably
KiiNG's trying to drive this way. I'm going this way.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you and DJ get on your.
I wonder how much they're gonna. I wonder how much they're gonna cost those Tesla robots. $100,000, $200,000.
Jesus, I'd rather have a freaking Ferrari for that kind of money.
You in a Ferrari? Really?
Yeah.
Really? You're not gonna. Not a new one. You're not gonna get for $200,000. Sorry to break it to you.
No, I don't want a new one.
I'd say first batch $300K. I think so. I think it'll be that high. It'll only be available to like the super rich and some like teenager who developed some fucking crypto coin and dumped.
How much you want to bet that like people are gonna start dying in their sleep from that thing? Just watch.
Just gonna come up to you and
news article already. It's gonna be they're gonna totally cover it up. It's just gonna be robots.
Oh, there's gonna be problems. Like there's always there's always problems in innovation and new stuff. eBay prices. Someone's gonna sell a Tesla robot on eBay. I'm just saying, like that first generation, there's going to be so many problems. I would not want to be in that test group of buying the first generation. DJ said, imagine a robot that does your dishes, takes the trash out, watches your kids, all the BS about owning a home. I agree.
Isn't that what a wife's for, though? I mean, why do you need a robot?
I mean, you're not wrong, but there's a few people that might disagree with you. Let's end this stream. We're going to take this into left field right now. Let's not even get started on politics. Man. Did you hear? I'm just kidding. Let's go. I'm done.
All right.
Yeah, DJ says true, but the robot doesn't complain.
I love it. Yes, DJ. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. That's right. You don't have to pay the robot anything, right? Or
It's so funny. I got a quick story and then we got to hit end. It's literally a 30-second story. One night I was working the beat and there was a burglary came in, and this kid broke into a adult store, like the adult, the adult store, right? I don't know what the fuck to call it. And in my report for the theft, it was this little robot torso called the Ass Pounder 3000. And he stole it. And you see him grabbing it out of the store and running out of the store through the window. And in my report, I had to write unknown suspect, blah, 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 blah. I had to put it in my report. Stole the quote, Ass Pounder 3000. My sergeant called me instantly the minute I submitted the report on the system, because he reviewed it on his computer. And he says, please tell me that's not the name of what he stole. I said, 100%. He goes, that is amazing. Put it all in capital letters and resubmit it. I said, okay. That's a true story. And you know how he got caught? The motherfucker took his wallet out of his back pocket, put it on the counter when he broke into the store, and ran out when the alarm went off. With the Ass Pounder 3000 running down the street, left his wallet on the counter.
He meant to pay for it. See, he was on the go.
It was closed.
Oh,
the place was closed.
Well, he was going to pay him when he opened the store. See?
Oh, so he said, I'm going to take this home. Here's some collateral. I'm going to do what I do, and I'll let you know if I want to buy it.
He was trying to do
no,
the
you're
right
right. You're right. That's what he meant to do. That's what he meant to do.
Yeah, see.
Turtle Tech says, and you confiscated. Actually, I don't think they ever recovered it. You had to look at this thing. It was just a torso, right? It was about this long, okay, and then this side was this was the ass part, and you could only imagine. I don't have to explain from there. It was like the weirdest thing, and I don't think they ever recovered it. But they sold it in the store. It looked like in the same box like a Super Soaker would be in. You know what I mean? Like it was an open box type look, and it's like you're walking into a store and it's just, here's this like fucking just ass cheeks on the wall on this side of the store. They're like rows of them. I'm like, who buys this shit? It's really true. It's true. It's what he saw.
Oh, man. Okay, we're ending it. Thank you guys. All right, be sure to check out
stories I can't even make up.
Tuesday.
It's so crazy.
Next week on Hawk's channel. We'll be on Mr. Hawk Crypto Money's channel. Thank you, Hawk, for joining me. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for hanging out. Be sure to hit the like on the way out. And we will catch you guys next Tuesday.
Peace.